Your day doesn't fall apart because life is powerful, it falls apart when your inner world is unprepared.
Good morning, or whatever time of day you're reading this. Let's be honest, most days don't go wrong because of one massive disaster. They unravel because of small things, a tone of voice, an unexpected delay, a painful memory, a moment of fear, or a thought you didn't challenge. You wake up with hope, but somewhere between the alarm clock and real life, something shifts. Your peace leaks. Your emotions react. Your faith feels distant. And before you know it, the day feels heavy. Here's the truth that will anchor this entire devotional. A bad day is rarely about what happens to you, it's about what happens inside you. This devotional is not about blame. It's about awareness. Because awareness restores control. And control, when surrendered to God, becomes stability. Today we will walk through 10 reasons why your day could go wrong, not to discourage you, but to equip you. Each reason reveals a place where emotional maturity, spiritual strength, and personal faith must grow. Let's begin. Reason 1. You started the day without centering your spirit. Many days collapse before they even begin. You wake up and immediately check your phone. Notifications dictate your emotions. News stirs anxiety. Messages trigger pressure. Before your feet touch the ground, your soul is already running. When you don't center your spirit, everything else becomes the center. Scripture reminds us. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning I lay my requests before you and wait expectantly. Psalm 5 verse 3. Emotional stability begins with stillness. Spiritual strength begins with surrender. Faith begins with alignment. If your spirit is unanchored, your emotions will overreact. If your faith is unattended, fear will step in. Reflection. What voices shape your mornings? Who gets your first attention, God or the world? Truth, you don't need a perfect morning routine. You need a present one. Reason 2, you carried yesterday's weight into today. Yesterday's pain has a way of sneaking into today's decisions. Unresolved disappointment, unprocessed anger, lingering regret, these emotions don't disappear overnight. When ignored, they sabotage today's joy. Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. Isaiah 43 verse 18. Emotional instability grows when we rehearse what hurt us. Spiritual strength grows when we release it. Faith grows when we believe God is doing something new. Holding on to yesterday doesn't protect you, it poisons you. Reflection. What are you still carrying that God already asked you to release? Truth, healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means trusting God more than your memory. Reason 3, you let your emotions lead instead of inform. Emotions are powerful, but they are terrible leaders. When emotions led, anger speaks before wisdom. Fear decides before faith. Anxiety predicts outcomes God never promised. The heart is deceitful above all things, Jeremiah 17 verse 9. Emotional stability is not emotional suppression. It's emotional discipline. Faith doesn't deny feelings, it submits them. Reflection. Which emotion dominates your reactions lately? Truth, feelings are real, but they are not always true. Reason 4, you expected people to fill a God-sized space. Disappointment often comes from misplaced expectations. When you expect people to always understand you, never fail you, meet emotional needs only God can, your day is already set up to break. Cursed is the one who trusts in man, Jeremiah 17 verse 5. People are human. God is constant. Reflection. Where have you placed unrealistic emotional expectations? Truth, relationships are blessings, not replacements for God. Reason 5, you fought battles you were never assigned. Not every comment needs a response. Not every offense needs a reaction. Not every problem needs your energy. The Lord will fight for you, you need only to be still. Exodus 14 verse 14. Emotional exhaustion often comes from unnecessary warfare. Reflection. What battle is draining you that God never asked you to fight? Truth, peace is not passive, it's selective. Reason 6, you forgot your identity under pressure. Pressure reveals what you believe about yourself. When stress hits, many forget who they are, whose they are, what God has already spoken. You are God's workmanship, Ephesians 2 verse 10. Faith anchors identity. Emotional stability flows from knowing who you are. Reflection. What lie do you believe when life gets hard? Truth. Pressure cannot cancel purpose. Reason 7. You tried to control what you should have surrendered to. Control feels safe, but it's exhausting. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. 1 Peter 5 verse 7. Faith grows when control decreases. Reflection. What are you gripping too tightly? Truth. Surrender is not weakness, it's wisdom. Reason 8. You fed fear more than faith. Whatever you feed grows. Fear grows on speculation. Faith grows on truth. Faith comes by hearing, Romans 10 verse 17. Reflection. What voices dominate your thoughts? Truth. Faith must be practiced, not assumed. Reason 9. You ignored the need for rest and renewal. Burnout disguises itself as dedication. Come away and rest. Mark 6 verse 31. Rest is spiritual discipline. Reflection. Where do you need rest, not more effort? Truth. God restores what rest protects. Reason 10. You forgot that God is still God. At the root of every bad day is spiritual amnesia. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10. Truth. God has not lost control, even when you feel like you have.